Howdy, friends. Welcome to 50's Cheese. My name is Clem, and the boss sent me out here to the garage to show you these movies, since he's embarrassed to be seen with them. What we have here are highlights of cheap old movies that don't really have highlights. And just some scenes that aren't quite as bad as others. From the golden age of B movies. And since misery loves company, I'll be joining you in watching them. Only I'll be commenting on them as well. You can too, only nobody will hear you. The movies we will be viewing are from a collection entitled 50 Sci-Fi Classics. Their definition of sci-fi is a little flexible. Few lean more towards fantasy, a number of them are horror wannabes, some are action-adventure movies, just in a bizarre, or at least exotic, setting. Some are none of the above. Let's just say these are the kind of movies you would have seen on Mystery Science Theater 3000. In fact, a few of them were. The rest probably weren't good enough. I don't want to mislead you more than I have to. These are not, strictly speaking, first-time viewing reactions. The ones from MST3K I've seen before, of course. But what you will be seeing are mashups of two viewings. One to get my bearings, and one to catch whatever I missed the first time. And they won't be the full movie, just highlights, or lowlights to be more accurate. And the more memorable scenes. So, with all that in mind, let's watch the movie.
And here we go with another doozy. Now, this is the oldest movie in the collection, from all the way back in 1934, only 7 years after the first talkie. And it's as much a promo piece as it is a movie. I'll explain as we go. And the sooner we get started, the sooner we can be done with it. No, it's not MGM. Hagenbeck Wallace is the name of the circus Spady worked for at the time. So, these are all animals he worked with almost daily. They knew each other well. I normally like reading credits to see if there's anyone familiar. Not likely in this case, since, with the possible exception of the three boys, everyone connected with this movie has been dead for over 30 years. There are two names of interest that are not listed. I'll mention them at the appropriate time.
Get up there, I'll break every bone in your body.
It's kind of obvious who the villain of the piece is going to be.
I don't think so
Hey,
much
now,
of
there's
him.
an idea. Put the kids in cages. First name of interest. Playing the boy with dog was Joseph Ewell Jr., who by the time this film was made had starred in dozens of short films under the name of Mickey Rooney, who went on to appear in about 300 movies, spanning 90 years.
Don't you snarl at me or I'll knock every tooth out of your head. Get up, Sharky. If I ever catch you mistreating any of my animals again, you're through.
How'd you like to have that one, huh?
Better get that pup out of here, Sonny. One of my lions might chew him up.
Don't worry, he ain't afraid of lions. Are you, Spot?
He looks like a fighter. Maybe it's a good thing my lions are safe in their cages.
Look out, he'll bite you. Gosh, you're a swell animal trainer, Mr. Beatty.
You wait here.
No, Dad. You stay here.
And here we begin what little bit of a plot we
Don't be
have.
afraid to speak up.
Please.
But, Ruth, you've known about this trip for a month. Why didn't you settle all this with Clyde before? Last week? Last night?
I will now, Dad. I know he wants to marry me.
Ruthie, are you sure about him?
Absolutely.
Very well, get along. You've just 15 minutes. And if he can't make up his mind in that time, tell him goodbye and we'll sail for the tropics.
Good morning, Miss Robinson.
Hello, Larry. This is my father. Father, this is Larry Henderson, publicity man for the whole circus. Especially for Clyde.
How do you do?
I'm certainly delighted to meet you, Captain Robinson. I know your
Sid
daughter
Saylor,
well. She and
who
Clyde
played
Beatty,
the
I know all
publicity
about
guy
that.
here, had a long career as a comic relief sidekick in hundreds of movies,
Listen, Captain,
mainly
Clyde
westerns.
Beatty isn't afraid of man, beast, nor
It's
devil.
easy to see that side of
I
him
think
throughout
I'd
this
better
film.
talk to that young man.
Father,
Plus, he was Bozo the Clown in the
Claudia.
50s in Los
could I
Angeles.
see him?
Or should I say a
Why not?
Bozo the Clown?
You
There
can
were
keep
an
quiet at
almost
any time.
countless number
I'll
of
take you to
them.
him. Hey, Clyde, your new lion is here. Good. I'll try him out right away.
You better let him alone until he's had time to cool off.
They're all bad at first. We might as well get acquainted now as any time.
Can we watch the training, Mr. Beatty?
All right. Be sure you hang on the spot. I don't want to take any chances.
Don't worry, I won't let him get at your lion.
Oh, Clyde. Here's someone to see you. I'm glad to see you. No one has to tell me when three's a crowd.
Hope you don't
A
mind
comic
my
sidekick move if I
like
ever
this.
saw one.
Mine? Oh, why should I?
I thought maybe you were busy.
I am. Awfully busy today. Just got a new line.
I was hoping I could see you alone for a few minutes.
I really shouldn't leave.
But something has come up that you should know about.
Is it?
It's terribly important, Clyde.
Open the door! What were you saying?
It's too big to tell all at once here, in front of these people. Can't we go outside?
All right, but I'll have to keep an eye on the men. New line, you know, can be ruined the first day.
Bye. We got him in the hospital case, but he ain't taking it any too well.
But Clyde,
Just a minute, honey.
You just know this isn't going to work out for the best.
we're sailing today.
Sailing? Where to?
The South Seas. He's chartered to Professor Livingston. An expedition.
Oh, yeah. But you're not going along.
I don't want to, but... Now I have no choice in the matter.
All right, Joe. Hold it, Joe. That's close enough. Time to shoot. And be sure you hang on that rope.
I'll take care of this.
What you gonna do? Shoot the lion?
No, these are just blanks. But the line doesn't know it. You gentlemen will excuse me?
Sure.
Okay, start him down. Look out, Clyde! The lion's loose!
Yep, gotta throw the gun away when it's empty. Says so right in the B-Movies Rules and Regulations. Quote, stare a gun, then toss it aside.
Hey, here's a gun!
That's enough for today, boys.
Gee, that was a close call. Sure glad you got out of that, Clyde. I was shocked he stumbled. He couldn't help it.
I sort of stumbled myself a minute ago. It would have been a lot of hard work to train that line for my new act. But he's worth it.
And you didn't know she's going with her father.
What?
They're sailing today.
But she can't.
But she is. Hey, Clyde.
You better be careful. Remember, Ruth isn't a lion.
Things are going to get choppy from here on out. And I don't mean just the ocean. This movie was filmed in 2 versions simultaneously.
Professor, what is this K-More you're setting out to find?
I believe that K-More will prove to be the real cradle of civilization.
Is it an island?
Probably.
Well, how will you know when you found it?
When I find an island bearing the fauna of both Africa and Asia, I'll know I'm pretty close.
Fauna? What's fauna?
Animals. Lions, tigers, and cub reporters.
First,
All right,
it was a
Ruth.
12-episode
sailing.
serial, totaling about 4 hours of runtime. Some scenes were reshot with different dialogue and different action, and a lot of editing was performed. A number of events were modified, and a lot was cut to make this almost full-length version. Plus, there was a totally different ending. Got it? Good. Now, that line about the fauna of both Africa and Asia was probably put in there to explain the mixture of animals later on.
Where's Captain Robinson's schooner, the Mariar?
Gone. Just shoved off for the South Seas. Boy, I'll be glad when this rehearsal's over.
What are you worrying about?
The closer I get to this mixed animal act, the
Wait
more
a
it gives
minute.
me the willies.
Isn't Ruth a
I'm
blonde?
not worrying about it.
So who's
I
that
know you're
girl in
not.
the picture on the
And that's
wall?
what's worrying me. Since Ruth ran out on you, you're taking too many chances.
That's my business.
Business is suicide in the first degree. You can't put lions, bears, tigers, and panthers all in the same cage. The big ones will eat the little ones, and those that don't get enough to eat will eat you. Clyde, you're the greatest animal trainer in the world. But
Don't tell me. Tell the world. You'll admit the act has swell publicity angles.
well, it's stupendous. Boy, I got the swellest idea for a poster. Listen.
Tell that to the boss.
Now, remember, this film is basically a PR piece, an hour-long commercial for Clyde Beatty and the Hagenbeck Wallace Circus. Any suggestion or semblance of a plot is purely coincidental. Hence, the 8.5-minute commercial within the hour-long commercial. We can safely ignore it.
Clyde Beatty!
Don't ever do that again.
That boy sure knows his stuff. And it's a good thing for him that he does. Great work, Clyde.
Great? Why, it's stupendous, colossal. Greatest act in the history of the show business. Clyde, you're a...
Thanks.
What's the matter with him?
Worried. Ruth's been gone 3 months and Clyde hadn't heard a word from her.
Why are there visions of Gilligan's Island flashing through my head?
Plenty of good timber, anyway.
Timber?
For spars to repair the ship.
From what I just saw, that'll take months. If only one of my carrier pigeons that get through to a settlement, some ship
It's
would
not
pick it
how
up.
you wear a gun.
I wouldn't count on pigeons. I tell you, Professor, we'll be here until we get the Mary R. patched up and afloat.
Or until we're all eaten by jungle beasts.
Maybe. But let's get going. I'm worried about Ruth. You'll have him up and going in no time, Miss Ruth.
I hope so.
What happened to you, Slade?
Nothing much, sir. I was lucky, but old Pat's dead.
Killed?
We were cutting brush. There was a roar, and a lion just tore him to pieces. Lion? The biggest one I ever saw. Ripped Pat clean down the middle before he could wink. Are you sure it was a lion? I guess I know one when I see it. There he is now. What's that sound like to you? Now I'm positive we're on the island of Kamor. There's no other place in the world where lions and tigers could be found in the same jungle. Think of the sensation this will cause in the scientific world.
Yes. If they ever hear about it,
Don't you think we could repair the wireless?
there's nothing left to repair.
Ruth, get me a pigeon. It's our only hope.
While you're waiting on that fool bird, we'll all be eaten by these cats. Mr. Kirby, round up the crew. We're going to build a stockade.
They're over half gone.
Maybe this will be the lucky one. Huh?
Dry, Precious. If you see Clyde, tell him I love him. Please don't fail me.
Hampas sa malakaw kabay kayo ang latay. Hindi pa patawar mo ako. Ayoko na.
What have you got there?
Magandag na maganda.
Gentlemen, Livingston has found Kmart.
I never thought he would.
What does it say? It's from our consul at Suva. He cables that he received a message by carrier pigeon from Professor Livingston, notifying him that the expedition was shipwrecked upon the island of Kmart.
Where are you going, Glad?
Oh, India for tigers, and Africa for lions.
Express! All about Professor Livingston. Giant airship goes to rescue. Livingston shipwrecked in the South Seas. Read all about it. Paper?
Hey, boy, let's have one. That's where I'm going.
Where?
Kmart.
You've got to get tied on that ship. And me too.
But... Never mind it, Butts. Get me on that ship.
Even with a suit coat, he's still wearing those silly jodhpur pants. Doesn't he own anything else?
And I've had many in our escape.
Name of interest number 2.
Well, not exactly, but
The doctor, who is being bored to tears by tales of Sharky's supposed exploits, is one George Hayes, Hollywood's most popular and beloved cowboy sidekick, known to one and all as Gabby. He's sidekick for them all, including John Wayne, Gene Autry, but is mainly known for his time with Roy Rogers.
Well, that's why I'm taking Sharky along.
And Mel Brooks used him as inspiration for the character of Gabby Johnson in Blazing Saddles.
Here you are, mister. All about the victory. Giant airship sighted far sea.
A wireless dispatch from the Victory reports that the dirigible, already nearing its goal, has encountered a low-pressure area. This generally means hurricanes at this time of year. No alarm need be felt, reads the dispatch, because the ship is built to withstand any kind of weather. It is expected that ground crews will be landed by the special gear carried on the Victory and the Livingston party contacted within the next 48 hours.
I'm going to take this last pigeon just in case.
How long do you expect to be gone this time?
Oh, not much more than a week.
The ship will be repaired before that. And then I'm going to have trouble.
You mean the men?
They've endured some terrible hardships. They're frightened by those wild animals. It'll be hard to hold them here if
Yes, but we can't go until I finish my explorations. I'm sure the cradle of civilization lies somewhere on this island. Don't you realize the importance of the discoveries I expect
Just
to make?
what subject is this clown
But
a
I also
professor
realize
of?
the seriousness of
It's
mutiny.
certainly no
Pretty soon there won't
recognized
be any of us
scientific
left, and the
discipline.
professor talking of
He's
staying on
spouting
until he finds
absolute
that buried city.
gibberish.
He can stay by himself. I'll be back as soon as possible.
Good luck.
Goodbye, Ruth.
Goodbye.
And let me go across first.
I suppose that rope is left over from one of the serial episodes that was cut. No, it's not a Wilhelm scream, although it sounds much the same. The true Wilhelm was first heard in 1951 and named as such in 1953.
Radio's gone dead, sir. Check your antenna. We're being blown off our course, sir. Dump the rest of the ballast.
conditions. It says here, the Naval Board of Inquiry holds that due to their construction, any part of the newer airships will tend to free balloon until its gas cells are entirely deflated.
And that means?
If the Victory broke up as did the Akron, then we can hope that some free ballooning section may still be in the air.
The soup and the fish and a lot of other things, because I wanted to save my appetite for the roast turkey. You never saw such a turkey in all your life.
Sounds a lot like the Gabby Hayes we've all come to know and love.
Sweet potatoes, plenty of giblet gravy. And for a side dish, they had barbecued ham with raisin sauce.
You'll pardon me if I don't stay for dessert, but after 10 days of crackers, I'm sure that blackberry pie give me a stomach ache.
That blackout was on the film. I didn't do it.
How did we had blackberry pie?
He didn't have to guess. You've told us about that banquet at least 20 times. Look up there! The land!
Why, it's an island.
The wind is carrying us toward it. It's all covered with jungle.
The rate we're traveling, we'll be over the island in no time. Can't we bail out in parachutes? There aren't any. They were lost to the other part of the ship. Is there any way we can land? Well, we can let the gas out, but there's no way of controlling the ship.
You mean we might crash?
Well, anything is better than staying up here and starving to death.
Let's take a chance.
What a sneaky bastard.
The valve's broken. The gas is escaping too fast. We're heading straight for the island. We're bound to crash.
All right, we get the point. Wild animals.
Clyde. Clyde!
Larry.
Are you all right, Clyde?
I can so.
Gee, I'm glad.
You're not hurt, are you?
Me? Hurt by a little drop like that?
Have you seen anything of the others?
No.
I wonder what happened to him.
Sharky! Doctor! Hey, Howard! Where are you?
We better start searching for them.
What a coward. Afraid of a little stock footage.
No use yelling anymore, Larry.
Howard and the doctor. Just think, Clyde. It might have been us.
They weren't as lucky as we were.
I'll take what's behind door number 1, Monty.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I'll go away. I won't touch your treasure. I swear. Treasure? Take it easy, old man. Nobody's going to hurt you. Ship's cool. What do you mean? The ship that brought me here. Head down for stockade.
We shall go down there and tell Captain Robertson that I've found
Treasure?
Yes. The treasure of Cable.
Where is it? Why did you tell Captain Robertson? Where is the treasure?
It's in the...
This is the main difference between the serial and the full-length versions. In the serial, there were these treasure hunters they were up against, as well as this search for the cradle of civilization, whatever that is.
A coconut. Hey, what's the idea? Look out, here comes another one. Thanks, pal. But don't have lunch with us sometime. Yeah, and bring your own coconut.
That bow tie, Adam's apple wiggling gag is a
That's
staple
service
of
for you.
Sailor's comic sidekick routine.
Lunch is ready.
Do you mind if I eat out on the veranda?
Help, Clyde, help! Well, wait a minute. What's your hurry? Don't shot me, Clyde. There's a bear after me. Funny, he's running the other way. He is?
What was that?
Hyenas.
We had some of the circus, but they didn't sound like that.
They weren't hungry then.
There's sure all sorts of wild animals around here. You should feel at home.
I'd sure like to take some of them back alive.
Say, if we're going to take ourselves back alive, we better find a way to get off this island.
Look, Larry, cartridge. See how bright it is? It couldn't have been here very long.
That means there's somebody besides us on the island. Come on, let's look him up.
How are we going to find him in this jungle?
You're a great animal trainer and all that, Clyde, but it takes an ex-trapeze artist like me to know his way around this kind of country.
What do you mean?
See yonder tree? I shall scale it and see what I shall see. See? Oh, boy, I see some huts with a high fence around them.
Do you see any people?
No, but I see smoke rising from one of the huts.
Do you mean to tell me that you, the first mate of my ship, are taking sides with the crew?
I don't blame them for squawking, Captain. The ship was chartered by that explorer for a 6-month cruise. And we've been on this island 8 months.
Well, we're not going to sail until Professor Livingston shows
8 months and still wearing full uniform,
supposed to be back 2
including
weeks ago.
necktie, every
But if you
day.
ask me, I don't think he'll ever show up. One of those jungle cats got him just like they got Connors and Dixon and the rest.
I'm not going to leave him on the island, and that's final.
Either you're going to leave him on the island, or we're going to leave you. Now, you've got until tomorrow noon to make up your mind, and that's final. From myself and the crew.
Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, Nero. Nero! Just you wait, Nero, when I
There's
get
a mark
you...
of true genius. Open the gate to the stockade and leave it open.
Sammy!
Wait. A panther? No, a woman. Yeah.
Kamor.
And you, Larry.
Fancy meeting you here, and escorted by a lion.
Escorted is right, especially by Sammy.
Sammy? Who's he?
That lion. He's the most ferocious one in the jungle.
He's certainly a beauty. Isn't he, though? Such poise, such charm, such personality.
If it hadn't been for you, Clyde, believe me, I'll never again object to your training animals.
You mean you did object? Not at all. She just means she doesn't like it. But why, Ruth?
Oh, Clyde, you were so wrapped up in your animals, you hardly had a thought for anything else. Even the day we sailed away when I came to see you.
But, darling, I didn't realize then. You know, you'll pardon me if I find a place to sit down. My knees are shivering. I guess I must have caught cold in them or something. I'm sure glad to find you safe and sound.
Were you really worried about me, Clyde?
I sure was. The minute a relief expedition was announced, I decided to come along.
You gave up your act just to come to me?
Well, not exactly. You see, the circus season had just closed. There was nothing much to do.
Clyde.
Oh, of course, I could have started training some new cats.
Then you did give up something to come to Kamor.
Yes. I had planned on going to Africa for lions and to India for tigers.
But you heard you could find both lions and tigers in Kamor. So you decided to kill two birds with one stone.
That's right. But how did you know, Ruth? Ruth, what's wrong?
Lions, tigers. Tigers, lions. That's all you ever think of. Lions?
And
I wish
tigers?
you'd never come here to save me. I wish I were dead.
Let me help you, Ruth.
Thank you. But I can get along without your help.
What's the matter with you two?
She's just glad to see him, that's all.
Don't tell me you've had a quarrel already.
Oh, Clyde will patch that up all right. He knows how to handle women. Tell me, Captain. If you're so worried about Professor Livingston, why don't you search for him?
I don't dare leave the crew.
Why?
The Mariar is repaired and ready to sail. The men are determined to leave tomorrow. They're on the verge of a mutiny.
That's bad.
Of course, I can't really blame them. Lions and tigers have killed over half. And lately, Sammy's been trying to enter the stockade.
Why don't you kill him?
We can't get a shot at him. And we haven't enough ammunition to hunt him down.
And why don't you catch him?
Not a chance of that. He's too smart.
Have you dug any pits?
No.
That's what you need. I'll show the men how. We'll catch some of the animals alive.
If you can do that, maybe I can hold the men long enough to find Livingston.
That stockade can't be so very far from here. And the ship, too. Well, if I'm ever going to get off this island, I'd better get down and make friends with Captain Robinson and his...
I understand you men have given me until noon today to give you my answer.
Right.
When do we sail? Well, let's have it.
Here it is. I'm the master of the Mariar. She'll sail from this island when I give the word, not before.
We're sailing. You can't. You can't be sure to be eaten alive. We're sailing, men. Stop.
I'll shoot the first man that tries to board ship. You men have been panic-stricken, terrified by these jungle beasts. But now that Mr. Beatty has built traps for us, there's no further cause for fear.
He ain't caught anything yet.
Jeremy! He's trying to get in again. No, it's a tiger. I think he's in the pit. We've caught him. Don't shoot him, Captain. I want to take him back alive.
Alive? How?
If you let us have some rope to make a net.
We've a ship's net for loading cargo. Would that do?
Yes, that's just the thing.
So he leaves the gun there for the disgruntled crew to get. Dummy.
Don't drop it now until I give the word. And be sure you keep clear, or he'll drag you in. Now! How do you like that? You're going to meet a lot of new friends when you get back to the circus. Oh, it's no use. That's no way to act. Nobody will like you. What's coming around? I'll have you free in a minute. Make it 30 seconds. I'm slipping.
That was a close call.
Well, let that be a lesson. Well, the lovebirds.
Here comes Dad. It looks like he's had a satisfactory talk with the crew.
It's all settled. The men aren't enthusiastic about staying here, but they'll do it.
I'll bet they really want to see Clyde work on some more animals.
When do we start? Right away. Livingston expected to find the buried city of Kaymore somewhere in the mountains.
Then that's where we should search first.
I know the way. The professor showed me a map he had drawn in his diary.
Quick, all of you.
You'll be killed.
Nah, rear projection will save him.
Told you not to do that.
Quick, Clyde! Grab this! Okay, Larry. Thanks, Larry. It's Sharky.
Get some water.
It's no use.
Why, it's Livingston's diary. There's a map of the island. And there's a mark. The cave. Buried city. Treasure.
Then Sharky's been there. He's seen Livingston. We've got to go to him.
Right. We'll find the treasure.
Have the men step lively, Mr. Kirby. We want to catch the tide.
Aye, aye, sir. Up with it, men.
So long, Sammy. See you in the circus.
It's been a lucky trip for you, young man. You got everything you wanted, didn't you?
Yes, sir. I warned Sammy the minute I laid eyes on him. And there he goes.
Isn't there anything in this world you want besides lions?
Yes, there is. When you see,
Young man, when I got married, I said, let's get married, and that's all there was to it.
Dad.
And that's just a hint, Captain.
They dropped the cage. Clyde! Sammy's tearing himself to pieces. Come on, Clyde!
Maybe he's human after all. Well, somehow we managed to survive that. Maybe, just maybe, the serial version might have been marginally more interesting. What with another 3 hours and 11 cliffhangers and whatnot. A review isn't really possible, given that this is really just an hour-long commercial for Clyde Beatty and his circus. Just accept it for what it is, and you'll be all right. Yeah, 1934 isn't the 50s, but neither are the mid-60s, and we had some fun with those. As I said before, as far as this cheese goes, the 50s are more a state of mind than an actual decade. As a movie overall, I'd rate it no more than about 2 out of 10. And as 50s cheese, I'd still only go maybe 3 out of 10. Yeah, it pushes a lot of the right buttons. Stereotyped characters, cliched dialogue, scenery-chewing acting. It just doesn't work, even as being cheesy. Regardless, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, etc. Yeah, you know the routine. Or better yet, buy me a coffee. Stop by again sometime.